Carrie's not coming?
Is she, or is that a question, or?
Question. I thought she said she was. She still has 3 minutes.
Yeah.
What happens if she takes 4 minutes?
She's always welcome, she's always welcome.
Oh, come on. Oh, boy.
Hi.
We were just talking about it.
Yeah, was it nice?
It was nice.
It was nice.
I like your pants.
Thank you. No, I was seeing my little grandson.
I gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth.
I'll do it next time, it'll be quick. Sure, you will later.
Plus, it does give me some shock. You know, the hours, whatever, every little bit counts in my life. Hi, Carrie.
Hi,
How are you?
good. So you had a few days off?
I still have off. I just came back. I came for this.
That is so nice of you.
I missed it. I am. It's interesting.
Did you see my email?
No, what did you say? I didn't
I
actually.
did a correction, a messages.
Okay.
Yes, and, sorry, I was gonna wash my hands, so I did cancel.
So we can't.
Learned a few things that night time that, meeting.
Without.
Not yet.
You can make the motion subject to a correction. They don't have to be in final form, unless it's a huge substantive correction. If it's a little like,
What did you say?
I asked someone, he said, well, send them an email. I looked for, I sent an email to somebody, I don't know who I
Yes.
sent
It
it.
wasn't anything that was discussed.
if it's, right, if it's a simple, you know, like, it should have reflected this, not this, and it's something relative.
I'm on the board.
You said anything?
Oh, sorry. Is that right?
No.
I'll put it away.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh,
Or just close it.
okay, okay.
Hank?
There was a sign on it.
Don't look at my emails.
Why don't you just turn it off?
No, don't turn it off.
It's an easy fix.
No.
There you go.
Okay. Well, extended that we have to
Alright.
start.
Doesn't mean the TV's gotta be on.
True.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome
No,
to
I thought you
the
were-
Village of Warwick Planning Board meeting, October 14th, 2025. First thing we're gonna do is stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Jesse Gallo,
Here.
Brian Garber,
Present.
Terry Boland,
Here.
Scott Brown,
I'm here.
Bill Olson,
I'm here.
Vanessa Holland,
Here.
Keith Woodruff.
Here.
And Elizabeth Cassidy.
Here. Thank you.
So first item on the agenda is acceptance of the planning board minutes from September 9th, 2025. Carrie had a few comments, and I think
Did you read them?
I did, yes. And I think those can be modified, minutes can be
Okay.
modified per those comments.
Okay. Do you approve the minutes?
Or we have
Otherwise,
to make a motion.
Did everybody see which revisions they're talking about?
No.
We didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't
The new, additions or changes? No.
All right, I can read them.
That would be lovely. Just read it into the record.
Was it significant?
it's not a problem. It's whatever you guys want.
We can't approve minutes we haven't seen.
What do you mean? You
We don't
read
know what the
them?
modifications are.
So
Oh,
we're just,
Terry said, okay,
'Cause-
I see.
Carrie and Jesse know what you're talking about.
Oh,
The rest of the
everybody
board
else.
does not.
Okay, So then we'll leave it for next meeting.
Yeah.
It's
That's
no
fair.
problem.
That's
That's
fair.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fine. So maybe mark up the Word file for where the edits are, and just circulate them to the rest of the board.
Okay. All right, so Carrie, you'll mark it up and then circulate it to the board.
Alright, so that will be reviewed and discussed next meeting. First application we have on the agenda is 12 Oakland Avenue, Noble Pots. Free to come up. This is a change of use waiver application.
Have a seat.
Settled in. Alright, so if you wanna just give a quick minute overview of the change of use application. Or less.
Okay, basically, we're going, at one time it was the antique store, then it was a realty office, and now we've changed it to our pie store, which is mainly a retail store, but we do sell slices of pie, and we sell coffee. But it's mainly a retail store selling pies. As our main business is selling whole pies that come and go.
And both Liz and Keith have provided comments. I don't know if you saw any of those.
No, no.
Okay. Liz, did you want to go through yours quickly?
Okay. The property is located in the Central Business Zoning District. Eating and drinking establishment is permitted use falling under use group K. The board is authorized to grant a waiver of site plan approval where it determines that the change of use proposed will not result in any increase in the intensity of use of the buildings or land which will significantly affect the characteristics of the site and or the village. I draw the board's attention to the specific requirements of 145-99C. A change of use waiver application is a type 2 action under SEQR. I note the comments of Keith Woodruff dated September 3rd, 2025, and concur with the same. The applicant to address changes in parking and sewer water. In the event the board is not inclined to grant the waiver, the applicant shall submit an application for site plan approval.
Keith? did you want to do yours?
Yep. Applicant shall seek review and approval of the village's architectural and historic review board for any exterior building modifications, including signage. I don't know if there was gonna be any kind of changes to the exterior of the building, but because it's in the historic district, if you do propose any changes, that would have to be reviewed and approved by that board specifically.
We know before the review.
Okay,
They already got approvals for their sign.
okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
The property appears to contain parking spaces in the rear of the building accessible from Orchard Street. Will the applicant be provided access to these parking spaces by the property owner? Additionally, the application denotes a change in parking from 8 spaces existing to 6 spaces proposed. Applicant to provide additional information.
There are 2 tenants that live there, so they use 2 spaces.
Okay. Applicant has estimated the floor area of the building to be 1,402 square feet. Business office would require 5 parking spaces, whereby an eating and drinking place use would require 17 parking spaces, yielding an increase of 12 parking. The First Street parking lot is approximately 300 feet from the application, providing 16 metered parking spaces and 5 overnight permit parking spaces. That you don't have to address, it's just information for the board, just to know that you're not providing 17 parking spaces for your use, but there is sufficient parking provided by the village within 300.
Parking, too, correct?
Yes. Applicant should provide an estimated number of seats to be provided within the business, so an estimate for the increase or decrease in water and sewer usage can be calculated. Current application depicts no change in the existing water and sewer usage. So it's really just having some baseline information, so if you do have a number of seats that you're gonna provide, I know the water and sewer listed is 12,000 gallons, I don't know if that's per day, per month.
Seems high.
Yeah, it's very, very high.
Very high.
Yeah.
That was what, we just took that from the previous use.
That's a total building, not just your work, your place.
That's the total building, yes.
Oh, that's what we typically do. I send them downstairs to the water
Right.
billing and I say to get what is the typical use from Sandra. So that's what it said.
So that's including the tenants, all the
Yeah.
I mean, most of what we sell is to go, so we're not washing that many things.
Right.
We don't have a washing machine or anything like that, so. And our bathroom use increased for Apple Fest. But it's not, the people aren't hanging around that much, we don't have that many people at a time in there, so it's not really a problem.
So the proposed use for water would be what, sorry, Frank?
How many seats will you have in the facility?
We have 24 seats. That includes some along with a little bar. I don't expect it ever be full, that's all we take, it's just more, we have that much to have space that people can be comfortable. It looks better if to not have a big empty spot over there when you're sitting around, but mostly we'll probably have between 12 and 18 people at most at a time.
Yeah, because some of that seating is like lounge chairs and sofa, because we're trying to get people to come there and just like do their schoolwork or read a book, that type of thing, rather than
Cafe.
turning tables over really quick. It's not really set up to
Are there seats on the porch too?
Yes, this is
Yeah.
our main business is selling whole pies. I mean, people
Right.
come to get pies.
In and out.
The rest of it is sort of, it's more atmospheric
Sure.
and it makes it comfy to be there.
Are you cooking any pies or preparing any food on the
We
premises?
warm up slices of pie. We have a little oven on the counter and we warm up.
And you make them where?
We make them in Greenwood Lake right
Up
now.
in Goon Lake, okay.
Yeah.
Not the old place down on,
No, we moved out of there,
That's right.
we moved to Jean Claude's Old Bakery in
oh,
Greenwood Lake.
okay.
So what's the water use proposed? What do you want me to put there, so just?
Let me look up the numbers for 24 seats and then I'll give
Okay.
you a more accurate representation.
Okay. And the sewer too?
Yeah,
But keep in mind, that it's 24 seats, but we don't wash dishes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just no.
Right.
Yeah, because we're using
Disposable.
disposable.
And just for the record, I did send the comments to the applicants from Keith and Liz. You guys probably just didn't, you might not have read them or,
Yeah,
We
I
got the
think
note,
we just didn't,
Right, we didn't go that far.
right. I just have to
Not
say that for the
intentionally, but-
record.
Because
No, I know.
It's bad enough we missed the last meeting.
I know, that was very embarrassing.
Yes.
Is the application complete at this point then?
Well, remember, it's just an application for a
For a
waiver,
waiver.
so, you don't have an you don't have an EAF, so it's the simplistic application form. What the board's deciding is, does the application merit a waiver, and if so, we stop with that vote, and if it does not, then the applicant would be required to submit a more full site plan application. So that's really what the question is before the board.
Is you ready to entertain a motion?
I just have one more question about.
Do they require going to the public health?
Oh, yeah, we have a health permit.
You do?
Yes,
Okay.
oh, yeah.
I have a question. Before the September meeting, I walked by and the parking lot had a very specific sign saying for residents only. Now, I haven't been by since this meeting, but if the parking is intended for you too, should that signage be changed?
It's hard to forget. Our customers use the parking lot. It's, the tenant wanted this sign put up.
The tenants.
We're not stopping people from parking there. We don't like say, oh, go away, except for Apple Fest. But most, people come in and they see an empty space, they take it, and it's not a problem. It makes the tenant happy.
Okay.
That's the point of the sign.
Jesse, this is the application, and page 3 is the water sewage use, and then page 6 is the,
I think
if you make a
Kate was
motion.
looking up a number here.
yeah, so I would say put it on 840, that would be 24 seats at 35 gallons per day, and that would be basically a max. I know that not all 24 seats will be occupied at the same time, but that's supposed to be more of a cumulative flow for the day.
Okay.
And that's both water and water out.
Yes, water and sewer,
Yeah.
What was the gallons per day?
840.
And the hours of operation?
It says 8 to 8. Monday is 7 days.
7 days.
Yes.
And it does say that the sign is approved on August 5th, 2025.
I'm sure.
We used to close on Mondays, so we do more.
Anyone else have any questions on the change of use waiver application? Thank you, the water was really
That was the main thing. And then page 6 is if you decide to sign it.
Do I have a motion?
I'll move that we grant the waiver as amended for the change of use.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
And then before you vote, are there any conditions you wish to add?
Well, 1 second, before we vote to, but also you can alter.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I will second it.
Womp womp.
Listen,
Um,
you did that so well too.
Very passionate.
Any conditions, as Liz stated before, there's.
So I always like to include the hours of operation as a condition. And then I would, limit it, include that it's based on the representation by the applicant, and I can type this up. It's representation by the applicant, that, this is primarily to sell to go with limited seating and 24 seats. If for some reason that should change and you decide to change how you run the business, please come back to us. It might also be another waiver, but it might be more, so, am I missing anything, Keith?
Unless you wanna put a stipulation in there to parking, if parking ever becomes an issue, either with the tenants or with the property owner. Cause that would be more of a dispute with the property owner, who's not necessarily.
It's a hard time once that cat is out of the bag, it's
Yes.
hard to get that cat back into the bag.
But there's
I
parking
think
across
that
the
there's
street. right?
ample parking
Yes.
everywhere though,
Except right in front, it's a bus stop, even though the bus stop is
down the street.
down the street.
Yeah.
They park, the bus stops in front of Burger King, isn't it?
Yes, but
Yes.
the bus stop sign is right in front of our store.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 parking spaces there that aren't parking spaces because it says bus stop. Yeah, well, the shelter is down the street in front of Burger King. So there's always available parking there, but it says bus stop.
It's a fight in New Jersey Transit.
In case you want to put 2 buses in.
Well, I mean, we can note that we're including, we're counting 6, but you said total of 17 required spaces, 17, we're counting 6 spaces on site. And then the street parking as well as the First Street lot as suitable,
Village provided parking less than 300 feet from the
Yeah.
application.
so that's what we're relying on.
There's street parking too on Orchard.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yeah. I think there's sufficient parking in that area for this type of business.
So I would cap it at the 24 seats, and then again, the business model is primarily selling, to go. And, you know, say for example, you change your mind 6 months from now and say, well, we're gonna make this a sit-down restaurant, we want kitchen facilities, you gotta come back to us.
More than likely, we have less seats because we find that if people like to spread out more, we'll just take some chairs out.
And then just add subject to any required health program approvals.
Yep.
But I'm assuming they already have that.
Yeah, we have a permit.
Is everybody okay with those conditions?
Yes.
We have a motion, a second. Is
Motion
all-
was on the floor, yes.
Was it?
There was a motion on the floor?
Motion and second by Carrie already, so with the conditions that Liz
With-
just stated.
With conditions.
Right, so all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None.
All right, well, we have pies.
Thank you.
Okay,
So
you're.
we'll put them on the table, you can
Thank you
choose
so
what you want.
Thank you so
No,
much.
don't do that.
Thank
Do
you.
that. No, we'll pay,
We'll
we
talk
will pay for
about
it.
this.
Thank you so much.
No,
We
it's already done, it's already done.
No,
It's already done.
Thank
We
you.
can't take the
Thank
pies.
you. Bye.
Bye.
We appreciate it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'll email you with the signed, waiver, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And just for the record, you know where I'm going. As much as I would love to have a slice of pie tonight,
From Noble Fire.
from Noble Pie, we're not allowed, neither the consultants or the board are allowed to accept gifts.
We're gonna give you cars.
So,
I just wanted to put my resignation.
Sorry.
On this application that Jesse signs, it says, does the planning board have any specific comments or conditions on this waiver approval?
Yeah,
Instead
Yes.
of you writing the, okay. you-
I'll-
Yeah,
I'll-
just the C
I'll
attached.
send you an email.
Okay,
I'm just,
okay,
I'm just typing them out.
okay.
Next on the agenda is 36 Columbus Avenue. Site plan application and public hearing. Alright, so since last month, I know we were gonna make some modifications, I think, to parking. Keith, did you review that, right?
Yes.
Did you have any additional comments or?
Yeah, if you wanna let Liz run through hers.
Oh, sure.
Mine was actually very short because, I got what I asked for, which is lovely. So I'm gonna throw it right back at Keith, but bear with me as I'm finishing up the last applicant comment.
Not you, I meant my computer, Liz, sorry.
I'm not gonna, the comment addressed the application, corrections, which was really, my biggest comment. I draw your attention, for the standards set forth in the limited office overlay district, as, 145-25, and then the applicant, and this can be done through discussion, to demonstrate compliance with the same. And then, Keith, I have no objection to the reduced, parking spaces, so I'll defer to Keith on that.
So, only a couple comments. Proposed commercial use of the property shall comply with section 145-25 of the zoning code regarding a limited office overlay. There is some stipulations as to, constraints as to, lighting and landscaping and all the other kind of design, compliant requirements. So it's just more of kind of a general statement. Applicant to provide additional information on the proposed light fixtures on the building and within the proposed parking area. That was a carryover from the previous. So if you're not gonna do any kind of lighting fixtures, I would just have a note put on the plan, just to kind of denote that there's not gonna be any. It's more to just preclude you from putting any kind of commercial grade light fixtures on the property that could potentially, become a hindrance to the neighbors. Provide a construction detail for the handicap parking space. So the plans as provided now show a dedicated handicap parking area and an access aisle adjacent to it. They just need a construction detail that kind of details the dimensions and the striping, the colors and so forth. And then there's also signage requirements for those. Applicant to confirm the landscaping provided on the site plan. So part of the site plan revisions shows a number of green giants planted on both sides of the parking area. And we have a 11x17. So there's a,
We also have it up on the.
oh, all right. Yeah, so there's a significant number of trees or,
We have a few people that were here, so I figured this way they're,
Yep.
what's going on as well.
I think there was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 on one side, 2, 4.
No, it's okay.
We're fine, yeah.
I would look at it, I don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's 11 arborvitaes proposed on either side of the parking lot. I know there was some discussion as to possibly limiting some of the arborvitaes and diminishing some of those, because it is a significant amount. It also shows 2 trees to be removed in order to plant some of those, so I would just confirm that whatever you're going to provide on the actual property should be provided on the plan, just so the board can be aware of what you're going to propose.
And stormwater, that's.
So the stormwater wasn't required, so they did remove that from the overall site plan. They did also remove a bunch of the parking that did protrude out to the back.
Yeah.
So now it's only 6 spaces proposed, so inclusive of a handicap and access area.
And there's still various kinds of growth up right there, that kind of bushes and stuff like that, that would from going into the parking lot of the fire department.
It's above grade
Mm-hmm.
from where we're at, so. we
Right,
might
this is not
go into the
higher.
grass area.
Yeah, there's a depression right
Yeah,
here,
right.
so it all just kind of gathers centrally.
So we are on for, public hearing tonight. And Chris and I, just before we start going, I want to confirm that you've received, proof of publication and proof of mailing.
Yes.
Okay.
It's all good.
And then, can you read the notice in before we open, and then I'll ask for a motion to open the public hearing?
Sure. You want me to read it? Please take, you want me to read it?
I don't care who reads it, so long as it's read into the record.
Jesse, do you like reading it, or do you
Were
want
there
me
any other
to?
questions before we open the door?
I would do it, you brief overview of the project, this way. We'll do that after that.
Oh,
Correct.
yeah,
When we
let
open.
read it, open the public hearing, the applicant can give a small presentation to the public, and then the public comment will be received.
Zoom in here. Notice of public hearing, please take notice that the Village Planning Board of the Village of Warwick will hold a public hearing at the Village of Warwick Village Hall, 77 Main Street, Warwick, New York, 10990, on October 14th, 2025, at 7:30 p.m. or as soon thereafter as possible, on the application of Alyssa, that's approved by
Yes.
member for conversion of an existing single-family residence into professional office, counseling office, together with the creation of an accessory parking lot at 36 Colonial Avenue, Warwick, section block lot 208-1-3. A copy of the application is available for review in the building planning department located at 77 Main Street, Warwick, New York, 10990, during regular business hours. By order of the planning board of the Village of Warwick, Jesse Gallo, chairman, dated September 18th, 2025. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll just give kind of a brief overview, we can point to that. As far as
Of the proposed project?
Yep.
So it includes Lissa's counseling center. So with that, it's zone light industrial. It would be the proposed spaces, which is far less than what is allowed. That being said, it has full coverage from cars pulling in with headlights, as discussed at the last meeting. The parking lot would be paved to the dotted line. That would be right beyond the handicap spot. Handicap spot was just placed for accessibility. The building does not hold ADA compliant stairs, ramps, railings. The driveway entrance stays in the same location. Very little disturbance from what there is now, with the exception of exceeding where the shed was removed. Been with John McGloin for a number of months, working to get to this point, and it is far less than what he has. Being here for simply no pay, no anything, just for sake of the community. I can tell you, every project, I had a conversation with Chris Collins based on architecture today, and he said, Kev, I love to work with you because you care about the town, the village. And I named my business off this town for a reason, and I'm local. I'm on Spring Street, so in no way do I ever try to do a project and walk away from the community and not worry about it. So that's my background. I did the project across the street for Alyssa and her mom, and I'm extremely blessed and fortunate to get so many positive turnout on that house. So I think that we're good.
What house is that?
45 Colonial. So it's a green hardy plank siding.
The
That was a
beautiful
thank you.
three-story,
Thank you.
two-family house?
Thank you.
What was
The
that?
two-family house that it was got
Yeah.
renovated to a single family. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well,
Pool in the back?
No.
No pool in the
Well,
back.
I mean, it's very nice what you did, but
Thank you.
I really loved the house that was there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you?
I've been listening.
And
Just-
do
I
you
was just
want to just
curious.
give maybe a brief overview of what the building would be used for?
Sure. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I have a private practice with 2 other therapists. We see as young as 3 till late stage adulthood. We work with families, couples, individuals. I specialize in trauma work and history of working in hospitals, etc. I moved up here, moved my family up here. We renovated the greenhouse. It was in disrepair, and we needed it as a house. We moved a lot of people into that house. That's why it's not a 2-family anymore. And the opportunity came for this home, which is a beautiful home. I don't know if anybody's been in it, but we didn't have to touch like any of the original wood, and Kevin is like, has good taste, which is amazing. I didn't really have to choose much. But once we cleaned it up, it was really in a not so great state. We didn't have to do much, and it's just a beautiful house. My family and I love historic Warwick, and we love trying to do that justice. So yeah, so we had a private practice in New Jersey, now we're up here, and it's really it.
And it'll just be used for that practice?
Yeah.
It's not tenants use
No.
or anything like that?
No.
And I think as you said before, it's gonna be kind of intact as far as you're gonna keep the kitchen and
Yeah, we didn't
keep things intact.
do
like
anything
that.
structurally,
Right.
in case I ever want to resell it, or we use the kitchen therapeutically too, so we really don't have to do like anything major,
Right.
so.
So it could be returned to a single family.
100%, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. I want to live there. It's beautiful though.
Is there any, do we want to open to public comment?
Well, we opened it,
Yeah.
Scott Brown opened it, and Brian Barber seconded it, so the public hearing is open.
Right, so is there anyone in the public that would like to speak? If you do, you just stand up, state your name.
Well, I will, even though she's pulling me. There you go. I'm Dave Galoni, I live at 27 Colonial. We know the spaces whose house you bought.
Yeah.
For,
I met them, yeah.
well, my wife has. Well, what basically is your clientele?
Kind of just like a lot of members of the community, without giving too much
Yeah, but
information.
you know what I'm talking about? Like, I mean, they're not like drug addicts,
No, I mean,
Or-
no.
stuff like that? Okay, then
The
I got
reality
no issue.
is, we're private pay, so
Right.
right now we don't take
I
insurance.
have no issue.
Okay. Yes.
My only concern, I'm sorry,
Oh, sure.
Giselle Galoni, 27 Colonial.
Mhm.
My only concern is the traffic, because,
Yeah,
I mean, if it's gonna add more chaos to a chaotic street that has absolutely
Yeah.
no police presence on it, then
No, I mean,
I'm not for it.
I live across the street, so I walk to work now. We're really low traffic. That's why originally we had a much bigger plan that when I came last time, we were like, we don't even need this. We really just kind of need a bigger driveway. But between the 3 of us therapists, we really all work on like different days. So we're not like a clinic or a in outpatient hospital. You know, it's
Right.
really just private clients.
Right.
And yeah.
So when people pull out of the parking lot, they're gonna like head out, they're not gonna back out.
I can't promise which
Right?
way they're
I mean-
turning,
But-
But I mean, they're not gonna be backing out.
They don't know
no,
that anymore.
that's the
That's just
thing.
crazy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's horrible.
Yeah.
The whole
okay.
street is a nightmare. We live across
Yeah.
the street with 2 little kids, and
Oh.
crossing the street is like a fun nightmare every time. So, no, that's with this. Everybody can turn around. That was
Yeah,
the main
that's
thing
good. Okay.
because it's crazy to back out.
So you plan on paving it.
Yeah,
Pave the
100%. We
entrance.
can't wait. Yeah.
And then if you make a deal with the fire department, you might be able to just drive
I-
out the back.
I know.
door.
That'd be nice.
Right, so any given time, it sounded like there'd be a handful of cars in the parking lot.
Yeah. Like, what did we end up with? 5?
5 plus the handicap spot.
6 total.
6. Yeah. So we
You're
really.
seeing clients for an hour plus, I'm assuming.
Out, yeah, 50-minute sessions, sometimes a little longer. Rarely all 3 of us are there at once unless I'm doing like supervision and stuff, so, yeah.
What's gonna happen to the upstairs?
That's where our offices are.
Really?
Yeah, you should come by, I'll show you the house. We really didn't,
Well, what's downstairs?
the waiting room, so we do a lot of,
You ain't dealing with old people then, 'cause they don't know that.
we can see them downstairs. No, we have an art room downstairs.
Really?
We do art therapy, creative therapy, so we have like
Nice.
sand tray
Nice.
and, yeah, so we use
Awesome.
the whole, it was like the perfect space. So
Good.
come by, come see it.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Any other comments from public?
If there's no further comments, I move we close the public hearing.
I just want to confirm, no written comment?
No.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You all live near us?
Bill,
I wanna come see
Scott,
this
you're
room.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to come see this though. This is nice.
I do just, I'm going to put the standards in the record. I'm just gonna fly through the standards of the LO because the LO is a unique designed to be a transitional zone from adjoining residential to the nearby commercial. So I just wanna go through them so we make sure that we check all those boxes. The architecture of the proposed use should be compatible with the existing character of the neighborhood and should not create an adverse impact to the neighboring residential neighborhoods. I think that should left the house intact. Parking shall be screened from neighboring properties and generously landscaped. I think we've covered that with the arborvitae and the plan. Drive-through and drive-in services are not permitted. Check. Parking should be located to the rear of the building to the maximum extent practical. Check. The anticipated trip generation of the use is determined by the planning board shall maintain the integrity of the residential character in the immediate neighborhood so that, 1 or 2 vehicle trips an hour is consistent with the neighborhood. We may require, where appropriate, I don't know if this is the case, pedestrian or vehicle interconnections between neighboring properties in order to protect the health, safety, and welfare. I do note there's no other sidewalks in this area, so that one, but that is an optional one. That's a may in the standards. All exterior lighting, including lighting fixtures, lighting of walks, and parking areas shall be accomplished with low-level, fully shielded lighting in a residential style, and that will be a condition of your plan. There shall be no parking, storage, or standing of any commercial vehicles or construction equipment except otherwise permitted in residential districts, and no outdoor display of goods, outdoor storage of materials, or outdoor storage of equipment. I don't think that's an issue. No alteration to the exterior of the principal residential building shall be made with which changes the character thereof as a residential premise, except that a single sign not exceeding 2 square feet in area shall be permitted, subject to other applicable sign regulations. And then this isn't really any new construction because it was a complete renovation project. It was a rehab project, not a new construction. The proposed use shall not generate any solid waste or sewage discharge in the volume or type which is not normally associated with a residential use in the neighborhood. I don't think that's gonna be an issue. No offensive noise, vibration, glare, dust, odors, heat, fumes, smoke, or electrical interferences shall be detectable to the normal senses off the lot. I don't think that is gonna be an issue. Proposed use is open to the public 8 to 8, that's your applicable hour, 8 AM to
Yeah.
8 PM.
It's very early.
The volume of deliveries of truck traffic shall be less than an average of 3 per day.
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna be an issue. And the last one is the ones that are prohibited, and this one does not fall under prohibited category. And I think, Keith, your one recommended change to the plan, which it sounds like can be a condition, is the change to the note on the landscaping, right? Is that-
If the landscaping is going to be changed, the handicap detail, and then the note on the plans regarding the lighting.
Condition.
So will the landscaping be changed, or you're gonna leave it as is?
That's what's on that.
Okay.
I was going to do, yeah.
So then my only recommendation would be, in lieu of removing the 2 trees, if they're in good condition, to maintain those trees in lieu of the 2 arborvitaes that would be planted in its close proximity.
So instead of taking those down and planting another one,
Yeah.
maintain the 2 existing,
So,
save you a couple $100. Trees. Arborvitae. Handicap detail and no lighting fixtures.
And that note could come right from the village code.
Yeah, you can just cite the code. And then just, if you get a sign, you just have to get it, comes the person who gets the sign.
She already did.
Oh, you did? Oh, never
Yep,
mind.
she already did her
Right.
due diligence and
Okay.
she's all approved
Okay.
for this one.
Any other conditions the board wishes to consider? So this is a type 2 action, because it's a conversion of an existing structure. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
There's a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
So I will take all of this and we'll type it up, hopefully tomorrow afternoon, maybe Thursday morning, the resolution for the chair to sign. Just have to make that one detail, provide that detail and the one note. Once Keith says that that's what he needed, the chair can then sign the plans and we're good to go.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, bye, good luck.
It is a pretty building.
yeah, come,
Bye.
Good. Good luck. What's your name?
Alyssa.
Melissa.
Yeah.
We,
We're 2 doors down from Mobile on my left.
27.
I think it's,
That's
it's
changed.
like a Victorian purple.
I do, I love it. It's very.
Change it next, change it to use application?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, the last application on the agenda is 10 Oakland Avenue. Ready Spa, change of use waiver application.
Come on down.
Dina Cody.
All right, we got a private party. Stand corrected, I apologize, we can't accept those comments. There's 9 Corvettes, that's all right. You sure we really can't accept the comments?
Village council.
I'm joking,
the,
I'm joking.
Yeah, wait till this week. So, if you want to just give a brief overview of your application.
Okay, so my name's Dana. I put in an application for change of use of 10 Oakland for, it was a seamstress office. The owner retired, so it's an open office space. I wanted to do kind of like a Medi-Spa, service of Botox, one-on-one patient, me being the person that would give the Botox, and just have one person at a time. So parking really shouldn't be an issue as it was previously. Service, they're coming in for what I'm providing, then I'm leaving after about an hour. It would be appointment only for now. but I would open it up from like an 8 to 8, based on what time they make a plan for. And otherwise I'll be there to, you know, run the office otherwise.
And Dana, say your qualifications too, because
Okay.
you're,
Okay, so,
Yeah.
Originally a nurse, I'm a nurse practitioner, I'm a, certified, board certified, family nurse practitioner, I have certifications in sexual assault, so I live in New Jersey right now in Vernon. I do, sexual assault rape cases in Sussex County and, strangulation cases. I also work as a nurse practitioner in New Jersey, and this would be like, I work part-time both jobs, this would be an extra part-time position for myself.
I didn't know that.
She has like 4 jobs.
I know, I'm always working, so, but this would be my own thing, so I like to do my own thing, and this is gonna be my only time where I get to work for myself. I'm independently contracted for 10 years, in New Jersey for the sexual assault job, and I take odd hours for that regardless, I work like overnights and stuff like that with that job. I was a nurse for 10 years in the hospitals for 10 years, before being a nurse practitioner.
It's impressive, that's why I said I didn't know.
Thank you.
I didn't know she did that either, but when it is impressive that she's at
Oh, can I add on?
her,
Go ahead.
yes, please do.
She also built an ortho unit for Atlantic Health in Newton Hospital. She hired and did the scheduling and
Yeah,
the payroll.
yeah, yeah. I managed, an entire unit where we opened up a step-down orthopedic neuro unit, from scratch.
And that gave me PTSD to an iPhone ringer.
Yeah.
The phone would ring every hour of the night.
Yeah, yeah. But, so I still sleep with it, I'm still addicted to it, I sleep with it right here, but I'm on call a lot, so I always sleep with my phone on me. But yeah, so that's my world. And now I wanna do Botox, because I need the nice easy gig on the side, I have to enjoy my life.
So tell us more what you were thinking.
So really just, I like doing Botox, I started doing it and, you know, to my friends and like to kind of get like my hands into procedures and stuff like that. And it's actually kind of rewarding, you know what I mean? You make people happy, it's a nice thing, as opposed to like a tragic thing or anything like that, where you have to be in the hospital or you have to be, you know, at a doctor's office.
Yeah, after going through COVID.
Yeah, COVID was rough too, so, yeah, and like there's no like, there's no nicety in like healthcare, you know, so it's, this is a nice service they provide people. And I've never even thought about opening my own business until I was like, I could do this like as a, run my own, be my own practice, be like, you know, my own person and my own job. And, so that's where I want to provide the service for people. And I really just enjoy it, you know, I enjoy helping people in any way. And I think this is a nice new way to help people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Explaining it.
Isn't she great?
Thank you.
When I met her, I thought she was so impressive.
Thank you.
So I'm actually going to, Keith did such a wonderful job on his memo that I thought it would be a waste of resources to pretty much type the identical memo. I will say that the biggest challenge with this, which don't get scared, is the zoning definition of where they fall. And Keith and I had a long conversation because if you use the word spa, right, as what most people think of a spa treatments, this, if you look up the word spa in our code, it's not a permitted use in that district. But it's tied in with like gym facilities. So it's like gym, health, spa, and it's specifically part of that definition. So what's in our code doesn't jive with what most lay people envision. So Keith and I did have a conversation. We did come to a landing spot. So like I said, Keith did his memo first and he did such a good job. I was like, I'm not gonna waste time and money to write the same memo twice.
So to Liz's point, if we define this as a personal service store, then it is a permitted use in the zone. It is defined in the code as an establishment primarily engaged in providing services involving the specialized care of a person or person's apparel, including but not limited to barber, beauty shops, tailor shops, and exercise or dance studios. So that's the definition that we were kind of leaning on, and that's what the board would ultimately have to kind of weigh in to say that yes, this proposed use would meet that specific language of the code.
So, okay, is that number 3, where it says identify the specific use and use group that applies to the proposed use?
It's personal service.
Okay.
How do you define a spa? What's a spa? It's just,
Well, if you look at our code,
Yeah.
right, which is what
It doesn't fit
first
to that.
threw us, again, give me 1 second, I'll pull it up.
So
The
is it-
use of the word spa is completely what you wouldn't expect. So the first step is it defined in our code, right? So even though spa is in the name,
mhm.
she's not necessarily doing a spa per our code. So that's why when we say you're doing personal services, that's your use, you're doing personal services. That doesn't mean you can't have Medi Spa in the name or whatever, it's just, that's your use. But if I,
Do you want
For
me
the
to?
record, I wanted club, but.
Do you want me, can this say PCB use group K on the application? That's what I wanted to hear. Hold on, I'll get the application up.
So that's what it would be defined as in number 2, as the proposed use. So instead of it being listed as a medi
Okay.
spa,
Okay,
it would be a personal service
Okay.
store.
alright.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Okay.
And this is where you have to just trust us that that's the definition that we're gonna
Yes,
go with, because that's
exactly.
the best,
That's the best one.
that's the best, fit.
Alright, so I put that there, and then we'll have number 3, also, it just says PCB use group K,
Yes,
right?
that'll stay the same.
Okay, so,
This quick question.
Sure.
In the code, does it actually give the definition of spa or not?
So, hold on,
I just wanted clarity.
there,
about it.
we were debating 3 definitions,
Okay.
3 uses, which we best landed on personal services. There's medical offices and facilities, which we did not, it's a toss-up, but a facility are organized and operated for the primary purpose of providing health services, medical or dental, for outpatient care of the sick or injured, including ambulatory care, imaging, and related facilities such as laboratories and other service facilities. So that's a potential. And then, hold on, I'm getting there too.
I wanna put it up on the board too, if I can, for the board.
Give me a second.
Is that one permitted or not in the zone?
I know.
Which one, the medical?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's not.
It's not medical.
That makes more sense.
Botox done medical.
The way that the medical was defined in the code.
Defines it as
it's-
sick, so technically it's
Yeah.
cosmetic, so it would be for, I'm just looking to seek clarity so I can feel more comfortable.
Yeah, so the medical is more of like a doctor's office where you're going for a checkup or a dentist or something. It's not a,
Cosmetic.
yeah, it's not a cosmetic, it's not an alternative.
Personal
Um,
services.
Right, so if you're going to a barber shop or a
But I'm in
tailor,
the
that's,
230s.
that's your personal service.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
that's-
here you go.
What?
Health
230
club,
board?
the sole place you find the word spa. Health club, spa, fitness center, gymnasium, all one definition. So all lumped together, they don't have separate dish. A business establishment with equipment and facilities for exercising and improving physical fitness.
Right.
We did not feel that this,
No.
so even though she called it a spa, she's not really a spa by our definition. By a normal person's definition, absolutely, but
If anything, it seems closer to the medical, but I agree with the personal.
I think the personal is a reasonable,
Sure.
it's not very much of a stretch to fit it into there, so
I
that's
think
how.
it makes the most sense given the 3 options. It does
Mhm.
fit in more articulate.
And by the way,
There.
Boris agreed, and Boris is ultimately the determiner of which use it is, and Boris has agreed. So, yeah. And it's specialized care of a person or a person's apparel, right?
Yeah, end of sentence.
Okay.
Alright, so,
So page 6.
Keith, did you have any other?
Yeah, I just had a couple more, I'll just run through them real quick. Applicant who acknowledged that any exterior modifications to be made to the existing structure, including signage, shall be reviewed and approved by the village's architectural and historic district review board. So if you make any physical changes, you just got, because you're in the historic district.
Including sign.
Yes, including signage.
Yes.
Application should list the square footage of the space. A copy of the real estate listing for the space details 450 square feet, just to want to confirm that that is the case.
So just when you know when you do your signage, you have to come to me again and then present to the AHDRB board, and then they approve your sign.
Okay.
I mean, you know, they might say they want it different colors.
Yeah, so that was item number 2 that would have to be listed as 450 square feet. Proposed water and sewer usage rates provided on the application should be revised to estimate approximately 210 gallons per day, which would be 1 employee plus 13 patrons at 15 gallons a day. And the application has identified 2 parking spaces were provided for the previous use, and the proposed use shall maintain the same number of spaces. Additionally, the village's First Street parking lot is in close proximity to the project, providing 16 metered parking spaces. It's the same lot across the street.
So 210 gallons per day for water and sewer.
Correct.
I could change these applications before I get here, but I like it if, I think it's better if you do it, Jesse, then
Well,
you
yeah,
really
she
know what
specified.
you're signing and you just,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
And it's
Okay.
450 according to the real estate.
Yes.
list. Okay, so that's the second floor, right? 450. Where is parking? Municipal lot was First Street parking lot.
Yes.
Two provided, two proposed. Okay. So I think the application's modified. What, did you change the?
I didn't change anything, except the personal
That's what
service,
you did.
that I did, yes,
So that's all.
here at the meeting.
Okay. Alright, so we're. Everything's been modified here.
Mhm.
And the hours are 11 to 8 p.m. That's 7 days a week, or?
I would open it up for like appointment only, so like, those hours, people could book appointments and then I would come if somebody books one. I don't expect people to be like running a door, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion to accept the change of use waiver application for 10 Oakland Avenue, Medispa?
I think it's unit 2-1. I just wanna be clear, because that's a multi-use building. It's the second
Yeah.
floor.
Oh, there it is, okay, 2-1.
Yep.
We're not changing the rest of the building.
Yep. Change it all.
Just the first one, there's apartments above, right?
No,
No, this
no,
is
it's,
above.
you've got the 2 restaurants down below, and then you've got,
That's it, yeah.
I think it's an accountant's office,
Yeah, that's
and
right.
then you've got this space.
Right, right.
So is there a motion?
I make the motion
And the
to
fixed menu from close,
purchase
so
site
I know exactly where that space is.
the change of use application for 10 Oakland Avenue Unit
Good Chinese
2-1
restaurant.
with the amendments that Jesse's added here.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None.
All right, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Chelsea.
Thank you. I'll email you what you need, and I'll see you for the HDRB.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you
Welcome.
for all that you
Thank
do.
you.
I feel like this will give you some balance, I'm sure.
Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
welcome. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Bye, you too.
And just so the board is aware, I actually had a discussion with the mayor, because he was asking us about, ways to facilitate simple change of uses, and I said one of the ways is to improve your definition so that businesses clearly know what they are.
Sure.
Because Keith and I call each other all the time, so what is this one? And we have to have this debate, internal debate as to where a project falls, because the definitions are, so that's on our to-do list, that's on my to-do list.
And what is and isn't allowed hinges on that.
And it's all in the definition. A great definition can do a lot for you, a terrible definition can,
The village needs their zoning code,
Well, that has to
our
adapt
whole
to
zoning,
the times.
rewritten, our zoning.
yeah. I have another municipality, I don't wanna keep, I have another municipality now where they wanted one little change, and I looked and so you tell me what the difference between an eating and drinking establishment is versus a restaurant. And they had two completely different, and I couldn't figure out which one was
Yeah.
which. Two sets of standards, two sets, I said, okay, before we make any other changes, we're gonna make
Tackle
these
that one.
consistent
Sure.
and go through the code. But those are the kind of things that, they change one little thing and don't realize that it has a domino.
Jesse, can I quick note, or maybe throw for a short discussion, in a public hearing, I was a little uncomfortable that we allowed the public to grill our applicants. It's not supposed to be.
So, a public hearing is, what I view a public hearing is supposed to be is a, make your comment or ask your question. If in a larger project, it would be, I would try to minimize the minimum back and forth. To the extent it stayed friendly, I didn't break it up. If it had gotten, I would have put a pause on it. Typically, it's not a question and Q&A session. On the bigger projects, the applicant typically takes those questions, goes back with their consultants, and they prepare a written response to comments. To the extent it's a little project and they can do that verbally at a meeting, great.
Yeah, I think it's more efficient in this instance to have.
Of course.
That candid conversation. If it got derailed, obviously, then
Yeah.
it would be stopped, but we've done it obviously with much.
If I have a room full of people, it's a set time and stand up, state your name, state your comment, thank you so much for your comment. We don't get into it, and lots of folks have the perception that they're entitled to answers at the public hearing.
We have not had a public hearing like that since Village View.
I know.
It's the last one we had like that.
Yeah, we would have a preamble that
We used to do
go
it.
through
Mm-hmm.
all the rules of the
Yeah.
public hearing,
Very
what's
good.
meant to be, what's
And
not to
it's-
be.
And a lot of times I will advise boards at public comment, at public hearings, listen, no,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and this turned out to be very nice, but the one particular point that made me kind of go, oh, is like, who are your clients gonna be? And she doesn't have to answer that.
She could choose not to answer them. I don't, yeah.
Yeah.
She
I mean,
know
there
that
might have
well,
been-
but yes, you're
yeah,
right.
And there might have been a way to.
Well, I think should we have stepped in at that point in time, because that was.
And it was pretty friendly, but that's the one moment that I thought, oh,
I understand.
point made then, thank you.
So there's one item for discussion on the agenda.
Yes, did you look at Blaine Town Square? Did you have a chance to look at Blaine Town Square? What is going on in the town? We are, or no, you
It's
didn't?
down by Price Chopper. across the
That's
street.
So, it is not entirely clear why it was sent to our board.
Right.
We're not a
Not
interested or an involved
We
agency.
could be an interested, but not involved.
Right.
Right.
Right,
And sometimes if, the village, may certainly have a greater role village-wide, and sometimes the village board will say to the planning board, hey, let us know your comments on this project, because you guys are the folks that deal with it. I think at this point, you should treat it as for your information, and as citizens, you're certainly allowed to follow the project. But
sorry.
we don't have any approval authority whatsoever over this project.
Have they presented if to the town any sketch plans or anything like that?
The town now has actually, they started using a portal that's available on the town.
It's up.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So you can very easily, much more easily, or at least in my mind, maybe not.
You might need to help her, because she's still trying to find the plans.
Okay.
Do it. Tell me right, oh, no.
No,
It's okay, it's all right.
you have a weird mouse.
I know. Here, look at my screen, Liz,
Here.
and then use my mouse. And use this.
You're gonna go to files.
That's a town portal?
That's the town portal. It's their new
Yeah.
portal called Muni Collab.
Mini,
Muni
Collab.
Collab.
Uni, M-U-N-I?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think this is the most recent plan set.
You could refer this to the village board if you'd like to, and say you'd like the village board to look at this and comment to the town?
Because they're asking for comments from us, right? Are they?
It's not entirely clear why it came to us.
We didn't, was there really a cover
I
letter?
mean, this could impact the village.
Traffic wise, for sure.
This could, so you're the planning board, so if you would
But
like
we
to
have no
refer this to the
authority
village.
over the project at all.
No,
It
No,
might be an interested agency.
no,
Traffic
No.
is Not even an
no,
interested.
no, because what approval? They're coming in and out of Route 94, it's a DOT permit.
Unless
But you
water
could-
and sewer.
That's the only, and that would be the village.
But
That
again, it
would
would
be
be
a
the village board,
as-
not,
Yes.
right, you could refer this to the village board, you'd like the village board to take a look at this as the planning board. But it's up to you, what you want to say.
I believe the planning board just kind of canvassed everybody in the area just to make sure that part of their lead agency circulation, that they hit everybody in case there was an interested agency that wanted to be an involved agency.
Right.
So it's not to say that this board necessarily has anything to review or approve, but, I mean, there's not much other than just taking a look at it and, like Kristen says, make a recommendation to the village board that they could write as an also interested agency, a recommendation for or against. It's still very early, so,
Mhm.
I mean, this is as detailed as it is right now.
It does go in a little bit, because I read over a few things on it too, because I mean, just one of the things that I saw was an area of concern was all the residential units were one-bedroom units that they propose. That's all they propose is nothing but one-bedroom units in the entire complex. So, to me, I thought that was a little bit alarming just as far as trying to meet not only our master plan, and I would say we probably should refer it at the very least to the town board, or the village board, so,
Because of the potential interface with the comprehensive plan.
correct.
I guess that's probably the recommendation then, is to draft a letter just referring it to the village board for review, because they're not required to.
no, there's no legal requirement for them to certainly any board, the village board particularly, because this is you're not quite there, but, they're entitled as, to raise impacts on the village as almost like as standing in the shoes as a citizen, they could do that. Whether they do that for this particular project, and they are entitled, this isn't I don't think they're entitled to notice under 239, I think it's too far, but, they might be, close.
I'm not sure.
Do you want me to write the letter? Or
just-
Jesse to sign
I,
just really simple
I
word?
think it is,
Village
we
board
draw,
review
we draw
plans.
this development to the village board's, attention, because given the size and scope of the project, the proposed project, we anticipate impacts to the village.
Yeah, potential demand on water and sewer. Especially water, I mean, it's not far from the village.
It's not in the, it's not in the village watershed area. It is not.
They could tie in, they could run a line down,
I don't think it is in the village watershed.
but they could still request to ask,
Yeah.
the village could say no.
Yeah, but it's not, as far as I know, it's not in the village watershed area at all. It's old.
Right, but you can run a line, my point is you can run a line anywhere.
Yeah, so if they can't find any high producing wells on their site, they're gonna source it from some other location, alternatively the village as well. So and that's what their 239 review would also be a recommendation from Orange County Planning is in lieu of creating their own water and sewer district, what is the alternative is to tying into the village's water and sewer and combining services. That's not to say that the village would accept it,
Yeah.
but
So do you want me to do that simple letter for Jesse to sign? We draw this development to the village board's attention. We anticipate impacts to village, especially water and sewage. Jesse Gallo.
Potentially, I mean,
Yeah, potential impacts.
potential impacts.
There's going to be some impact there, it's a fairly large, for this
Yeah, traffic.
area, it's a fairly large,
Yeah.
Like you guys said, it's still very early on.
beyond early,
So,
beyond early.
Any other questions, comments, concerns?
Move to adjourn?
Okay.
Do we got a motion for the letter, or is it just?
Oh, do you have to, no, it was a discussion, it was just a discussion, no, no, okay.
Sorry.
Adjourn,
Motion to adjourn.
Scott Brown,
Made motion?
Okay.
Seconds?
second.
Who's second? All in favor?
Aye.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. Enjoy the rest of your vacation.
Oh, thank you.